Hello, people. Welcome to the second episode of How to Drift. In my first episode, I rambled a bit too much at the beginning, so this time we'll just get right into it. I don't want to take too much time. Okay, so what I said we will cover in the second episode is in drift initiation. Okay, so how to initiate a drift. So there are 5 ways to do this. Some are easier, some are harder, some seem harder, but you'll find they're pretty easy to do, but you'll have to judge that on your own. So okay, starting with the first way to initiate drift, handbrake. Pretty simple. You just approach the turn, slightly turn the steering wheel in the direction you need to go, and then pull the handbrake. Once you do that, the car will start sliding to the back wheels, and you'll see the steering wheel trying to turn the other way. So just let the steering wheel turn the other way. Don't stop it. Don't try and control it. Just let it steer the other way, and just try to control the drift with the throttle. Okay? So I'll give you an example. We're gonna go to the left now. So let's go first, second, turn the steering wheel, let it turn, then just control the car with the throttle. Okay? I didn't even pull on the steering wheel or anything. I just controlled it with the throttle. Okay? So that's basically it. It's pretty simple. Maybe you won't get it right from the first try, but don't discourage yourself. Just try it again and again and again. You'll get it. It's pretty easy. So I'll do it again. Okay, we're gonna go to the right now. So first, second, turn, handbrake. Okay. Now I corrected a bit because I just felt like I needed to correct it a bit. Okay. So, but you first on your first try, just let the steering wheel go the other way. See what the car does. That's all this is. It's drifting is trial and error. That's what learning drifting to drift is. Trial and error. Try this, try that, try everything until you figure out how the car behaves in different situations. That's what it is, basically. Cool. We're done with the handbrake. Now, the second method to start drifting is applying power. So while approaching the turn, you'll make the rear wheels lose traction by just applying power. So pushing the throttle. Basically, that's all you need to do. You just need to remember to point the car in the right direction. Okay, so for example, we're in second gear now. Pointing right. Give it a little power. The car should start sliding. Okay, let's do it again. Point it left. Power. Car starts sliding. Yeah, pretty easy, right? This is an easier way to start drifting. Only remember to let the wheel go the other way, right? Don't forget that it's basically one of the most essential things. You need to let the steering wheel go, do its thing. Because the front wheels will want to go the other direction. It's just physics. That's just normal, okay? Just let them go the other way so you can slide and control the car. Cool. We're done with power. So let's go on to the next one. The next one is a more advanced method, I guess. That's because it implies you knowing how to control the car, feeling the weight of the car. And since you're in a simulator, you don't feel the weight of the car, but you'll get used to that, I promise. So the third method is the Scandinavian Flick. Yeah. So the Scandi Flick is pretty easy once you master it. So what you need to do is balance the car so the weight is shifted enough that the rear wheels start to slide. What I mean by that is, for example, first try and pull the car to the left and then to the right, or the other way around, doesn't matter. Right first and left afterwards, whatever. But while you're driving, while you have a bit of speed, pull to the left and then abruptly to the right, okay? Abruptly to the other side. And you'll see the car start to slide, and that's when you'll have to use your throttle to start controlling the car again. Yeah. So I can exemplify this. So go left, right, and left again, because I didn't do that correctly. But that does show you what I mean. It's controlling the weight of the car, which way the car goes, depending on where the weight is. For example, okay, let's go like this. Yeah. So that's a good example, because I didn't do 3 moves, although you can do like 5 moves, whatever you want in a straight line. It doesn't matter. It's still controlling the car with your with the weight. So it doesn't matter how many switches you do. You can do 10 switches if you want. No one cares, as long as you can control the car. Because, for example, doing this in a straight line, you need to know how to control the car, because otherwise you'll go up in the fence. Like, definitely. Okay, let's do this again. Let me just get a bit more distance. Okay, so go first, second, right, left. The car started to slide. See? It's pretty simple. Let's go to the 4th method. So that would be the clutch kick. So and as an example, let's say you're accelerating at, say, half throttle. Yeah. So while you're doing this, let's say 2nd gear. So while you're doing this, push the clutch pedal in, then give the car revs and let go of the clutch. Yeah. So what that does is it gives the engine more revs, and when you let go of the clutch, the rear wheels will start to slip. So, and then all you have to do is control the slide. But yeah, you also have to point the car the right direction, by the way. So let's say we want to go to this right. Something like that, you know? You have to remember that if you do this in a straight line with your steering wheel straight, this will not yield any results, because you're not trying to push the weight of the car in any direction. So yeah, the rear wheels will slide a bit, but in a straight line. So yeah. Just remember to push the car in the right direction. That was a bit too much. Well, I actually initiated the drift too late, so yeah. But you get the idea. Just, like I said, practice, you'll get it. There's no way you can't get it. Simple. And if you remember, on the first lesson, you have like the donut, so clutch in, clutch out, the car starts to slide. Same principle. So the fifth and last initiation method is applying the foot brake. This is a more complicated initiation method because you need to have a bit more speed when you do this, and basically usually it's combined with like a Scandinavian Flick or something like that, because you need when you use this technique, it's probably because you need to slow down a lot or something like that. So when you apply when you try to apply this method, you come at a turn with more speed than usual, and try a bit of a Scandinavian Flick, and then apply the foot brake. So after the you do like left, right, and the car is pushed a bit with the weight on the left side, then you push the foot brake, and that helps with controlling the slide. So it's not really an initiation, it's more of a helpful technique to control the car, I guess. That's what I would say. That's my impression of it, because you can't really initiate it with it unless you have like the brake bias 100% on the back, which is basically using your handbrake. Then it's not really an initiation technique, it's more of a way to help you control the slide. But yeah, I've put it on initiation method because it is used in the drifting context. So yeah, I figured we should talk about it. Okay, let me I'll try to actually see if I can give you guys an example. So flick, brake, and I went too far. But yeah, that was a good example actually. I had a bit too much speed, I guess. Let's see. Here we go. But that was better. That was better. Here we go again. Like you can see, this is a bit harder to do and to control as well. Fuck, I missed second. Anyway, yeah, so this is the idea. This will probably come in handy like later after you master the first four initiation techniques. So don't get too bothered by the fact that you can't do the foot brake initiation or whatever, because it's harder to do. So just leave it at the end. All right, so the last thing I wanted to talk about is that, for example, you'll have instances when you'll probably need to combine more of these techniques. I'll give you an example. Let's say that you're approaching a turn, you pull the handbrake to get the car to slide, but you also then hit the foot brake because you need to slow down a bit. So you went into the turn a bit too hot, so you pull the handbrake, then the foot brake to slow down a bit. Then you probably need to downshift because you were like in third, you need second, you need to downshift, so you'll do like a little bit of a clutch kick, and then you can control the slide with the throttle. So it's a good thing to start learning each initiation technique, because at some point you'll see that learning them will be beneficial to your own drifting technique. It'll become muscle memory, so your reflexes will be sharper, faster, whatever, but you'll be able to also combine these methods as well. Okay guys, this has been the second episode of How to Drift. I hope you get like a few useful tips from all of this, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks, have a great day, bye.